Hi and welcome back to Gray's Gardening. My name is Gray. I'm an amateur gardener. We're all amateur gardeners. So today I thought I'd pop down. The sun is shining. The sun is cracking the flags today. It's the middle of October and it's nice and warm. I think it's about 16, 17 degrees, which is rather nice. So I thought I'd pop down. I don't know if you can see, yeah, a bit of blue sky over there still. It does look like it's clouding over a little bit, but hopefully it's going to stay nice and dry and sunny. So I thought I'd pop down the plot. I've got a few jobs to do. And I want to give you a quick update of where things are. It is the end of summer now. Things are all starting to die back, but there's plenty to be getting on with. So I thought I'd best explain what the title of this video is all about in case you're intrigued. I would be. So I'll bring you around. Here it is. Here is what's known as a dog's bottom tree, or its proper name is the medlar tree. Now it's an old ancient medieval tree, mainly grown in the southwest of England, and the reason it gets its name as the dog's bottom is because of the fruits that it produces. Hopefully some of them are on screen for you right now, and as you can see they do resemble either a dog's bottom or even a monkey's bottom is what it's been described as. Now these fruits, apparently they'll come onto the tree in winter time, and with the first frost that then helps them to harden off. You then pick them off, put them in the fruit bowl, and they can be eaten raw straight from the plant, straight from the tree, and they do apparently taste a bit like an apple. So that's going to be interesting. So I do like my slightly unusual plants and trees and fruits, and this tree is being bought for me from my colleagues in work. So thank you everybody for this kind gift, and it's time to plant it in. So I've dug the hole already. As you can see, I've dug it slightly wider than the plant itself. That's been grown in a 9-litre sized pot. So what I'm going to do is pop some multi-purpose compost in the bottom of the hole, pop the tree back in, pop some more compost all around it, and then firm them in. It is quite established. I don't know how many years old, a couple of years old probably, so I don't think I need to stake him. He's pretty sturdy as is. So I'll get cracking with that one. Okay then, so let's get a bit of this compost in the bottom. Firm it down, make sure still got enough room for the plant. So it's still now level with the ground. I want to try and make sure he's as vertical as possible, and then I'm literally just going to pack the soil around, keeping him upright. The soil, I mean compost. And just go around with my foot, just firming it all in. Just making sure that there's nice even connection all around the tree, and it's got plenty of stability to it. Pop a little bit more on. Just use your heel, trying to get into the back of or all around the sides of the tree. And here's actually some of the grass that I dug out when I first dug it. So again, just firm that down. That'll soon bed back in, knit in with the new soil. And here we have it, the medieval medlar tree that grows dog's bottoms. And give him a good soak. So now that that's done, I thought I'd give you a quick update on what else has been growing. So lots of my blackberries, they are still going. I'm going to pick some more of these and take them home with me. They're still coming, but they are starting to die off, so all that needs trimming back and tidying up. This bed, although this is my soft fruit bed, we've got the gooseberries and raspberries, and we are still getting a few a nice yellow winter raspberry. There's red currants in there, there's black currants, white currants. But I wanted to show you over here, these are the pumpkins. Pumpkins have all ripened now. They are ready for the kids for Halloween. That's all I grow them for. They're to make pumpkins, carve them into whatever scary face you want to make out of them. And I think in the shops they're selling pumpkins about this size for £2, maybe £3, maybe more, depending on where you go. I got a pack of seeds for about £1.50, and I've managed now to get 10 pumpkins out of it. So much more value for money to grow your own. Plus, you never quite know what kind of shapes or sizes you're going to get. Now, this vine here is actually still growing, and we've got a brand new one. I don't know how big he's going to grow next to my hand. Not the biggest, but leave that one on. Maybe another few more weeks it'll grow a bit bigger. So 10 pumpkins, some a bit bigger than others. Banana trees are still going strong, although again, coming to the end, you can see whenever we get some strong, heavy winds, it tends to bash them about a little bit and the leaves get a bit shredded. So I think what you need to do is protect your banana trees before the frosts come. These are supposed to be hardy down to -10. These are the Musa Baju, but I'll be chopping them down soon, maybe in November time. Chop them in half, leave the stumps in, wrap them up with bubble wrap and fleece, and then leave them there over the winter. And I've had them now about 4 or 5 years, and they've always come through pretty strongly. In fact, it was one to begin with, and as you can see, they just send up more and more and more banana trees. And I have been digging them out, and they are behind me. To dig them out each year, put them in their own pot, and then you can move them wherever you want. This one here, extra, there's just new banana trees everywhere. Over the winter I will be trimming these back. Here we have the cherry and the apricot. As you can see, they are getting a bit leggy now, going a bit too tall, but last year I really trimmed them back hard, and I think that affected the amount of fruit I got. So I won't be trimming them back quite as harshly this time, but especially in the middle where they're starting to almost join together, I shall be trimming them back. And just as I was walking around, I've just spotted a couple of apples. And I didn't know this tree had produced any apples this year. But in here we go. Oh, what's that? These are the Golden Delicious apples. Not a bad size. There's just 2 of them hanging on there. So I'll be picking them, taking them home. I love a Golden Delicious apple. Now, if you watched my previous video, you will have seen that this is the second crop or second harvest of figs. And in countries like the UK, it doesn't generally remain hot enough or warm enough for long enough, and so these will never ripen. But I thought I'd try a little experiment to see if I did get a second crop. You know, some of them are really big, but I don't think they're going to ripen. But just as I was looking at it, I found one that really it's trying to ripen, and I opened it up inside, and there's a bit of a sweet taste to it, and you can just see it wants to ripen, but I don't think we're going to have enough days left now of the late summer into autumn for these to ripen. So I need to take them off, and basically to take them off, all you do is grab it, there we go, and break it off. And the reason you take them off and not leave them is because at the moment the tree is putting an awful lot of energy into producing these figs, and you don't want it to waste its energy if they're never going to ripen. So you take them all off, and then over the winter and into the spring, the new fresh crop will produce, and all the energy can go into them. So I'm going to give this 1 more week and see if they can get them to ripen. If not, they will be coming off. Here's my Montana archway. This is a clematis. As you can see, it's gone a bit wild. I come round from the other side. Oh, it's almost stopping me from walking in through the archway. Likewise with some of these brambles, I need to trim all of that back. So I'll be doing that over the next few weeks. If you watched my video last week, you would have seen me potting on these grapevine cuttings that I took. Literally just snip them off from the main vine, which is inside there. And they've managed to grow as their own new plant. So they'll be getting planted in next year. And likewise, we've got these are the fig tree cuttings. So you can see the tops of them. That tells me we've got new buds, and these are starting to actually become their own plant as well. That one's even kept its leaf on. So I'm quite confident that they'll become their own fig tree plants as well, or fig tree trees. Coming into the greenhouse, we are still getting tomatoes. I picked a load yesterday. Hopefully they're on screen now for you. And the grapes, still getting plenty of nice juicy seedless grapes. So I'll take a few of them home, a few bunches of them home. All the beds here, they all need a good weeding. So tidy all them up for the winter. That just helps reduce the chance of any disease. I've got all my chili plants. I'm going to take all them off. I'm going to freeze them, keep them in the freezer for, to be used whenever I want them. They'll last for years in the freezer. And I've never grown a ginger plant before, so I don't know what to do with it. I don't know how you protect it over the winter. Don't know if you chop it back. Don't know if it comes back again. So if anyone else grows a ginger, please leave me some comments on what I do with it. Perfectly fine for now, but it will start getting very cold very soon, so we need to sort that out. The pomegranate tree that did produce one pomegranate this year, all beginning to die back now. He just stays in here, and we'll try again for next year, see if we get a pomegranate. The fact that I got one this year proved to me that I don't need two bushes to produce any. Here is one of the beds that I've actually abandoned this year. It did have all my sweet corn in. The mouse or the squirrel or whatever it was ate them all, so I've just abandoned it, and it's gone far too weedy. So what I'm going to do is, well, in this area here is already about 100 or so daffodil bulbs. So I bought some more. Here they are, 30 new bulbs. I've got 2 more bags at home, so I'm going to clear this bed and plant in more so I can have some cut flowers in the springtime. Might add some tulips and some other nice flowers in there that can be perennials, and they'll come back year on year. Finally, I've just found my potato bag, and I have no idea what's going to be inside it. They grew very well over the summer. All up here was great big green shoots and leaves. So the potatoes did grow, but whether or not I've left it too long, I do not know. They may have turned to mush. They may have now started growing for next year. I don't know. So let's open them up and have a look. Okay, I'm literally just going to empty the whole bag and see what's inside. Oh, not bad. Are they firm? Yes, they are. I can see quite a few potatoes in here. It's not bad at all. So I'm going to sift through them. Hopefully you can see that. And see how many we get. Well, I wasn't quite expecting that many. Some of them real decent size. The odd one has already started sprouting, ready for next year. So that if I'd left it in, that one potato would have then become about 5 or 6 new ones next year. But these are Charlotte potatoes, I think. Yes, here's the bag. I sowed them, put them in, I think it was around February time. And it just goes to show, if you leave them in the bag, maybe not all winter, but they have stayed really, really good. So I'm going to wash them, boil them up and have them as almost like new potatoes. So really, really impressed with that. I've got another bag at home, so I'll be tucking into them in over the next few weeks. But that is a good result. Thank you for joining me, everyone. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you enjoyed my little bit of humour with the thumbnail and what the actual tree was, and hope you've learned something as well. If you haven't yet subscribed, please do. It really does help the channel grow. My next video I'm hoping should be the home extension completion. That's really moved on a lot, so I want to show you what's going on there. So check that out hopefully in the next week or so. So thanks everyone, take care, see you in the next video, bye now.